Hi everyone, I'm Anna Finch from Finch Press and welcome to my channel. So today's video is basically a couple of announcements and potentially some live writing sprints to celebrate the release of the hardback and large print editions of Voiceless. Okay. So the hardback and large print editions are now out. In Australia, it's out because it's the 8th of March. I believe it should come out within the next, or be available for purchase within the next few hours in the US, UK, Canada, okay, and any other places around the world. Super exciting. Okay, so the large print edition, okay, I mean the cover is the same as the paperback, more or less. It turned out pretty good. So this is the large print edition that I actually ended up buying for my mum. She ended up getting the first copy, and she was able to read it without glasses, which was why I bought it, which is why I made this in the first place. Hey, welcome. Okay, so this is the large print. Okay, the size of the writing is probably, I think, size 16, I believe. If we were to go from size 16, size 18. So it's possible to read it without glasses. Well, obviously, depending on the severity of the person's eyesight. It's possible to read it without glasses for most people. It's specifically designed, the writing and everything, so that people who have visibility issues or struggle to read small font are able to actually access this and read it. Yeah, so super happy. I'm super happy how this turned out. Okay, the hardback edition, okay, actually comes out as well at the same time. And so the cover itself was designed by my cover artist from 99 Designs, okay, but he didn't design the jacket, so the hardcover jacket for the book. So he designed the actual physical cover that was printed on to the hardback, which looks like this. But the actual jacket, okay, I took the covers from the cover and the spine from the large print, and I was able to actually design the jacket myself. I was able to put quotes, trigger warnings for anyone who fits that, a bit about me, and where you can find information about me as well. So I was able to do all that because I realized after I got the thing designed that having a cover jacket really looks, well, it looks good. Yeah, so hardback. I'm so excited I'm so excited with how it turned out. Because you're new to my channel, I don't know if you've watched any of my other videos, but I actually formatted the print books myself, as well as I created the title page from scratch using the fonts that were on the front cover of the book. I was able to create a title page, table of contents, or not table of contents, but a glossary. So I actually formatted the whole thing. Yeah. So I'm so happy with how it turned out. Yeah. Were you able to download the free copy that I had for the giveaway all right. Yeah. Yeah, it was a fair bit of work. I ended up buying a program called Vellum. I don't know if you've heard of it, but basically what I just do is I upload the actual Word file. I use Sharpix to like type up my novel the first time round, but I edited it on Microsoft Word and Google Docs. So when I download when I put the Word document into Vellum, what it does is it actually formats it for me, and I can basically edit it so that the style of the writing, the headings, the images, the extra bits and pieces are all fit what I like, and fit the genre. So, for example, I was able to edit and change everything. Yeah, Vellum is really good. I ended up buying a Mac so that I could use Vellum because I only had a PC up to that point. But there's a workaround with it. There's this thing called Mac in Cloud that if you put it on your PC, you'll be able to actually use the program, and you only pay for it once, so you don't have to renew it every year. You just pay one fee and that's it, and you can format ebooks and print books if you choose that. Oh my god, you had to Adobe InDesign, or because that is a lot of work. Oh my god, how does it turn out? Yeah, so you can literally just search up Vellum Mac in Cloud. There should be some sort of program for it. Yeah. Oh my god, I don't even know how to work normal Adobe. Like I can barely use Adobe Acrobat. I can barely use Adobe Reader. But using Adobe InDesign, oh my god, you have to edit every single page. And if there's one error, you have to redo the whole thing again. Oh my god. Do you do it yourself, or do you get someone to do it? Oh my god. Anyway, if you wanted to see how Vellum works, I actually have a video here on YouTube where I actually go in on how you would actually format a book using it, as well as I do a video about the pros and cons of Vellum and what you can and can't use it for. So if you wanted to have a look, you can check it out. Oh my god. You do it yourself. Yeah, that helps. But still, oh my god. Were you like, is this Adobe InDesign something you learned how to use on your own, or was it part of like something you learned through uni, or something for your job? Yeah. Okay. All right. So wow. That is That's awesome. Yeah. Well, it's also a plus that you have that skill, because you can market it and use it for other things as well. But yeah, anyway, you have a lot more. You can be a bit more creative with the styles of the writing and the headings with InDesign, so that's a plus. Vellum, you've just got a certain number of templates or formatting styles you can use. You can mix and match some of them, but yeah. Before Vellum came out, how old is Vellum anyway? Is it the program itself? Is it only 5-6 years old or older? I generally don't know because I only just started using it last year when I was formatting my book. Well, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't find any writing sprints, or many anyway, outside of Nano. So I'm just like, it also, the writing sprints help me at least write something each week. Yeah, so it helps. But if you do need other writing sprints, Devon, who was in yesterday's live stream, he actually has playlists with the writing sprints that are running in a week. It's separated per day, but there's actually some there that you can have a look at if you want to do more than one once a week. He's got a number of them that's pretty good. How long did it take to write the novel? I actually started writing it. Well, I started the plan in I think I started the plan in late August, early September. I ended up doing the first draft in Nano. I actually did the first draft. I completed the first draft in Nano 2019. So I finished the first draft in 30 days. And it took, because I procrastinate a bit, I think I finished developmental editing, the copyright editing, line editing. I finished all the editing, I think in May or June last year. I think I finished the editing while we were in lockdown, because I was teaching at home and there was only so much I could do with the classes and stuff that I just like, you know what, I now have this time to work on it, might as well finish it. So I think it took about if I started in, say, September, October, November, December, about 8-9 months. This is from the first draft to the final draft. I did make a couple of edits later on to the print and ebook. The ebook's easy, I can just change it. But print book, because I use Ingram Spark, I had to re-upload everything. Yeah, I've got a second. So the one I was actually writing, I'm still writing the first draft. It's taking me longer. I started it in November last year. I'm still only on chapter 7 because NaNoWriMo is actually the worst time of month, or November is actually the worst time of year to do something like that, because all the exams, the tests, the assessments, the reporting is all in that month. I ended up getting the 50,000 words for Nano just from my paperwork. That's how much paperwork I had. But yeah, I'm doing the second one. It's in the same universe. The character that is the main POV character, one of the main POV characters. I'm planning on doing a dual POV. It may change depending on what my developmental editor says. Yeah, and yeah, so I've got the second one. If I can get this done this April, or this nano coming up soon, then I should be able to get the developmental line and copy editing done relatively quickly to release again in October. But yeah, the main character for the second, one of the main characters for the second novel, the main POV, I actually mention her in this, and she has a solid appearance towards the end. Actually, both the main characters have an appearance at the end, and I hint towards the story for them. Yes, and yeah, so I'm a teacher. Yeah, so nano in summer for you guys, if you're in the US, summer in the US, which is June, July, okay, is winter here. And it's also the halfway mark for school here, because we start in Australia, we start school in January, finish in December, basically go for a full straight year. So June-ish, when the summer camp or the camp nano in the June, July months, actually is again in a terrible time because we've got exams. I've got exams this year for year 11s because I'm teaching the senior year level for law. And it's the worst time of year for that. The April camp is better because it's borders onto the school holidays. So I get 2 solid weeks where I can just work on the book. So I'm going to be doing that. See if I can get this draft done. Okay, good. You're able to download from Google Books, okay. It just took you a while to figure out how to get back to Google Books. You can actually download, so I didn't actually put DRM protection on it because I know some people prefer reading on multiple devices. So it's actually possible for you to download it onto your actual laptop or your phone, and you're actually able to move it to other devices. So if you want to read on your mobile phone or whatever, you can move it and you don't have to pay any fees or anything. Yeah. Yeah, so they're completely flipped. So right now is the tail end of summer. Yeah, tail end. We've just, technically speaking, finished summer and we're just going into autumn. But we still got summery type weather. Yeah. Yeah. I just thought I'd mention the fact there's no DRM protection and that you can move it around because some people generally don't know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because winter for you guys ends February. So spring, it's now spring or starting to get into spring. That's good. Yeah. And which, yeah, so because you guys start the new school year for you guys starts in August, September, so end of summer for you guys, and then it goes and you have a winter break and then back again. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so the virus wouldn't have disrupted the schools as much. Well, because it was later in the year. the students here at, in Australia because we were locked down for so we had more than two lockdowns, but two lockdowns that lasted more than a month. And basically now students are anywhere between 6 months and a year behind. So I've got kids that are in year 8 that are probably still at year 7 level because of how behind they got. Yeah. So I've still got the flu and it's annoying. So the kids are still not at school. So they've missed basically a full academic year then. They're still not back at school. Online 2 days a week. Yeah, we didn't run classes every day either. At best, we had one session a week for each year level, for each class in each year level, and we cut down the subjects as well. Just give me a moment. I'm just going to grab some tissues. My nose is running like a fountain, so just give me a moment. Oh, God. Back again. Sorry. I hate having the flu. It's annoying. Okay. You're in what, the west? East or west coast? Because it was roughly 8 o'clock when we did the it was roughly 8 o'clock your time when we did the writing sprint yesterday. Yeah, it's definitely messing up the high schools because high schools, they have to get a certain amount of skills taught each academic year, and each year you go ahead, they add more skills and more skills so that by the end you know fully how to do whatever you're being taught. And teachers don't go back. We've got a deadline. We've got a specific. This is the same pretty much anywhere. We can't really go back unless, well, they're in a class that's specifically for students who are behind and who need further development. So if they get behind in the skills, unless they are part of an intervention program here or the tutoring program, which is something they're trying to start here in Victoria, to get kids who are behind on literacy and Mylands, to get kids who are behind on literacy and numeracy back at level or closer to level. So unless they're in those classes where they're actually, the teachers specifically going back to where they're at the level they're actually at and then building them up from there, then they're just moved up. Unless they fail the year, unless they fail them, they're moved up a year. And even then here, if they failed, if the parents don't agree to keep them back, they're just moved up a year. So, and when they move up a year, they're not learning or learning the skills they've missed. They're learning from where they're supposed to be, unless they're at a class where they're at their level. So they can't go back. Whereas with grade schools for kids that are about 6 to 10, I think. Primary, I think that's primary here. We call it primary, but it's messing those up as well, but not as much because the individual teachers have a bit more leeway in the skills. So if they're behind, they can target the kids behind and actually work on them and get them at level, whereas high school, they don't have that freedom. Okay, West Coast. So this is like the San Francisco area, roughly, that sort of side. Okay. Oh, yeah, because America's got like 5 different time zones. They just decided to waive the 180 hours for the high school this year. Whoa. Okay. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Are you an author as well, or? Sorry. Hi. Welcome back, Faith. Oh my God. Of course I remember. Okay, you attended the author or the book release that I did last year. I'm good with names, not so much with faces. Okay. All right. Did you guys have any other questions? Have any questions you want to ask me about anything else? Okay, so basically it's available in all countries. Okay, so Voiceless is actually available in all countries. This video is basically because the hardback, so with the actual jacket on there and the large print editions, actually come out today, or probably in a couple of hours for you guys. So it's actually available in all countries. So you can actually get it from a bookstore if you want a physical copy. So you can actually go to your local bookstore and give them the name or the ISBN number. Yeah. So if you give them the name and the ISBN number, you can get a physical copy directly from your bookstore, and they'll order it in. And because I've done it with Ingram Spark. There's multiple printers that they can use, which can reduce the time that it takes to print and deliver. Ebook is available on all platforms. Google, so Google, Kobo, Nook, Apple, Scribd as well, and a couple of library services. And yeah. So if you wanted ebook as well, you kind of just missed out on the giveaway that I was doing. The giveaway ended last night. Yeah, so you kind of missed out on that. I was doing that giveaway. But I am doing a sale for the ebook. 99 cents in the US and Canada, £199 in the UK, €299 I'm trying to think what other currencies I've used it in. So I'm currently doing a sale on those platforms if you wanted an ebook. Thank you. Yeah, so the new one, I'm going to be working on I'm going to try it. I'm just going to sit down and for Camp Nano and just get that first draft done. Because once I've got that first draft done, I can do the editing relatively quickly. The editing process took me, with developmental editing, copy editing, line editing, it took me 1.5 months, 2 months to do all the editing, because I can edit quickly once I've got the solid story with me, which is kind of why I'm going slower with this, because I don't want to have to go back and add an extra 50,000 words to the story, which is what I had to do with this. Yeah, so Ingram Spark. So yes, because Ingram Spark distributes to bookstores, and most, if not all, bookstores use Ingram Spark when they're ordering books. I mean, some use other programs, but Ingram Spark is generally available regardless of what country, because most booksellers use it because they are able to print and ship around the world quickly and efficiently and cheaply, so that the businesses can make a profit. So while it's not physically in stores, so you can't go in, look and find it, and that I know of, okay, you can actually go into a store and ask for a copy, and they will order it for you, okay, and they'll and you'll be able to pick it up from the store. It will probably work out a bit cheaper and quicker to do it through the bookstore than to get a paperback or large print or hardback edition, whichever one you wanted, from Amazon, because Amazon uses their own printers, or rather, it depends, because it really depends, because I live in Australia. We've got the printer here in Melbourne, so I live in Melbourne, so it takes maybe 2-3 days to get a printer delivered to my house because of how close it is. But in, for example, the US, with Amazon, in Australia, some people use Amazon US, but which means it takes longer. But even if we use Amazon Australia, the people who are selling the copies of my book on Amazon are either in the US or the UK. There's maybe one that's in Australia, and my cousin, she bought a copy. She bought the paperback, and she's also ordered the hardback. And it took more than a month for the copy to be delivered to her house through Amazon, because the person who was selling the book had to, one, get the physical copy delivered to them, okay, whether it's in the UK or US, and then they had to pack it and ship it to her here in Australia. So it took, she ordered it in like November, and she got it like, I think 2 months, no, I think she got it February, start of February, which is a really long time because of all the delays with the virus and everything. Shipping to Australia is being delayed. Yeah, I mean, there's ways around the cost. So Ingram Spark, they charge, so uploading itself, so uploading the file and the cover and everything costs $25 US. I'll have to have a look it up. I've got Ingram Spark's website here. I believe it's $25 US. I don't know if it's for just the print or the ebook. Okay, pricing. I'm just currently looking at their website. Okay, ebook only is $25. I'm never going to do the ebook with Ingram Spark because it takes 6 months to get the what you've actually earned. So if you sell in January, so you sell one book in January, an ebook, say with Apple through Ingram Spark, you won't get the money for that one book in January until June, until the end of June. So I'm never doing ebook with Ingram Spark because that's ridiculous. 6 months. Print book is $49. This is US dollars. It's closer to 70 Australian. And they've got pretty good. They can do different types and styles of books. So this is just a setup, and every time you, this is the issue with Ingram Spark. Every time you say you find an error in the physical copy, say you found out that the large print was missing a chapter or was missing the about acknowledgements page, right? Say that happened. Okay, maybe because the file didn't upload it properly. You've got to then, on your actual book that you formatted, add that in that file, add that page that was missing, then re-upload that and the cover again. And you're charged an extra $25 for each file. $25 for the actual ebook file or the file that's for the print book, and $25 for the cover. So it can get expensive with the uploads, especially if you make a mistake. So I waited until I was completely done to upload. But there's ways. Yeah, there's ways around the price. NaNoWriMo, for the winners of NaNoWriMo, actually, this is for November. I don't know if they do this for April or the June or July camps. But basically, they give you a coupon, like Nano 2020, 21, whatever it is. And basically, you can use that to upload your book, okay, for free. So if you want to upload just print book, you use the one code, you upload your print book, okay, for free, and you have free revisions until March, okay, until March the next year, to make those revisions. And you don't have to pay any fees for that one. But again, it's for a single upload. So if you've got a paperback, hardback, and large print, the code only covers, for example, the paperback, not the other two. There's this, where is it? I've got it saved somewhere here. There's this thing. Okay, so the self-publishing conference, self-publishing advice conference, if you participate in it, you actually get a free coupon or code that you can use. They do this twice a year, so you can get one in January. You can get one in, no, I think you can get one in June, one in December. I think you can get basically the code twice because they run it 2 times a year, and each one lasts 6 months. And that will cover it. There's, like, if you remember with certain places, if you've used a code, you don't have to pay for it. Yeah, so there's that. The quality from, I haven't published a paperback through Amazon, so I don't know. I haven't seen for myself what the quality would be like. I've seen other videos where they talk about the quality of it. The quality is really good for Ingram Spark. The only issue is they add extra pages because they want to put their stamp saying printed by Ingram Spark, which can, because they add the extra pages, it can screw up. I don't know if it's, see if I can show you the paperback, actually. Hold on. So Ingram adds extra pages. So, for example, in the paperback, they added an extra 3 physical pages. And those actual 3 physical pages, I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see it. They actually skewed the spine. So they had to stretch. They stretched the spine. So I've got bits of it. Oh my god. It used to be $100. Oh my god. If it was $100 US, that is like 150, 170 Australian. Oh my god. If that was the case, I would have just gone straight through Amazon. Sometimes. I mean, I do the live streams, where I do live writing sprints on weekends. But I don't mind like talking like this with people during my live writing, well, the writing sprints I do when we've got the breaks in between. More than happy to talk about anything. So Faith, the giveaway ended. Actually, I believe it ended last night. Hold on, I'll check. Because it depends. Because the Google does things differently. Okay, so Google ended the promotion in Australian time because I'm an Australian author. So at this stage, I'm not planning on a giveaway for a while. I may end up doing one when the second book in the series comes out, maybe. But at this stage, I'm not planning on it. So I'm not planning on doing a giveaway, and for at this stage, I really don't know. I may do it when my new book comes out. It depends. And it'll probably be through Google because I can do coupon codes through there. But where do you live again? Do you live in the US, the UK, Europe, Canada? Because I am doing a special where I'm actually going pretty low with the price for until the 31st of March. And depending on where you live, the price will be different. So just let me know. $100 an upload. So for 100 for ebook and then 100 for print. That is beyond ridiculous, the price. I don't know who the hell would be able to afford that. Okay, because most authors, even if they've got a full-time job, depending on where they are, they're probably not earning a lot. 2012. I was in high school. I just finished high school. I was in uni. Oh my god. Yeah, I can understand that. Oh my god. Oh, you're in Asia? Where? So I can actually know if I put a special on. Are you in Japan, China, Indonesia? Philippines. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to think. What platform do you use? Amazon or Apple, Google? Because I'm trying to think what currency you guys use. Okay. You use Google? Okay, so there's a special on Google. I'll see if your currency is on there. Hold on. So, because you use the Philippine peso, yeah. Okay, let's go. I'm trying to find it. Philippines. Where are you on this list? Okay, so on Google with the Philippines, okay. Huh? Why was your message deleted? Okay. All right. So, with Google. So I've just had a look. I'm trying to work it out. So, so the price on the website for Google in the Philippines should be in US dollars. And currently the sale is for 99 cents US. I'll see how much that is in Philippine peso. Basically, $1 is about 48.57 Philippine pesos. Okay, so it's about let's round it up to 49 pesos. And this is the lowest I am going with my book in a long time. Welcome. Hi. Welcome to my channel. So this is just mainly just like an informal sort of discussion, a Q&A type session. If you guys are interested, I may do a writing sprint or two. It really depends, but welcome. Okay. Yeah, Amazon won't let me go lower than 99 cents. I'm not enrolled in KDP because I'm on all platforms. They do price match. So if I do, because I can set it to free on Kobo, Google, Apple. If I set it to free, then Amazon will price match. But again, 99 cents is the lowest I'm going to go in a long time. At most, I would do free giveaways on Google, which won't be a while. I won't do it again for a while. Yes, getting it out of free is very hard. That's why I've only just put it to 99 cents. Because on Amazon especially, because I have to do all the changes manually rather than setting it to automatic like Apple and Draft to Digital and Kobo. Once it's set to free, increasing the price is a pain on Amazon. Whereas with moving the price up and down, because I've done a number of specials, moving the price up and down is easier. I just need to change the royalty rate if I'm going below $2.99 for the US. Yeah, because it will be in the free. I think there's like an Amazon page or something to do with free books, which may mean that during the period that it's free, it'll go really, really high and then go crash. Because most people who bought it were looking for a freebie, which is why I'm only just doing 99 cents as like a special. That, and it's not just for the release of the hardback and large print editions. It's also because it's actually International Women's Day as well. And the story protagonist is a female character that I hope people view as a very strong character. Yep. Yeah, that's always an issue. Because they may buy it and they're just because it's an impulse buy because it's free and it's not their genre, and they just give me a crappy review because of it. How's it living in Australia? It's good. I've only lived here. I mean, I've gone overseas for family visits, but it's nice. It's nice living here. The weather most of the time is pretty good. In the summer, if we don't have storms, the weather's generally pretty warm, like 26 degrees. This is Australia. This is Celsius, not Fahrenheit. It's generally pretty warm, sunny, but the weather can change like that. Because we live in Melbourne, you could have literally the 4 seasons in one day. Sunny, freezing cold, and pouring down rain. And then warm again the next minute, and it will just flip-flop and change. I teach, so the education system's pretty good. It's free, it's accessible for pretty much anyone. There's they do free tutoring. They're doing free tutoring now, and education support programs to improve literacy and numeracy. We've got Medicare, so I don't need private health insurance, technically speaking, to get medical care. So if I'm sick or need an operation, or if I just need to see the GP, I don't pay for anything up front. I just hand my Medicare card over, and basically the government, through taxpayer money, pays for me. Some things like some blood tests and allergy tests you have to pay for, but the government will cover most of that fee. So you pay, instead of paying $500, you'd pay maybe $100, which is good. Medicare doesn't cover dental or eyesight, not for glasses or like going to see the dentist. They don't cover that unless you're below a certain income. So basically living in poverty, or at or below the poverty line. So if you earn below a certain income, they will also cover dental and eyesight. Medicare will cover dental, I think, and eyesight for kids as well. I actually have to get private health insurance, just the extras bits to cover for my for dentist and for teeth. For the dentist and for my eyesight, because the dentist is expensive. It's basically just to get one filling without private health insurance is like $500, because they also do other stuff and add other things on there. And health insurance reduces it to like $100, which is more in my price range. So I've still got to get insurance, but Medicare covers all that sort of stuff. If we lose our job or if we're out of work, depending on your savings, the government has JobKeeper, JobSeeker, which will basically cover some income. It will give you some money, some income support until you get back on your feet. Basically, even people who are technically homeless can access Medicare as well, which is good because it means we don't have people purposely committing a crime to go to jail so they can get free healthcare. And I think they take the tax out at the end of tax, which is the tax year ends in June here. They take the tax out from when you do your taxes. For Medicare, I think it's not much. It's only a couple of dollars, and it covers you for pretty much everything, which is good. I live in the city, so if I didn't want to drive to work, I could just take a train and walk. Not that I want to, but still. Yeah. So it's good. And there's a lot, because Australia's pretty big. I've been able to travel and see a whole bunch of stuff in my own country, even though I couldn't travel out of state or out of the country. So I was still able to get a holiday. You got called cheeky. Oh, okay. Cool. You got called cheeky for what, calling out people who left reviews, who tanked reviews? Yeah. Medicare or medical support is really, really good. I really enjoy it. It's good. It also means less money is spent on getting people out of debt because of medical bills. So we don't have a lot of GoFundMe pages for operations and things. Yeah. You got called cheeky for charging for one of your stories. It's your book. Technically speaking, it's a product. I mean, it's something we do well, I do it for fun and for enjoyment. But it's something you've made. Most people make something with the intent of selling it. How is that? What is going on with that person? Seriously, what is in that person's head? It's a book. Most people sell books. Occasionally it'll be for free because the person decided, you know what, I just want to do a freebie just for a day or so. But to get called cheeky for giving, they liked the story but gave you 1 star because you charged them for it. That person is messed up. Like, seriously, if you didn't want the book in the first place because it costed money, why buy it? Like, seriously, if you didn't want, like, I don't get it. I don't get what's with these people. If they don't want to pay to buy books, maybe because they genuinely can't afford it, that's fine. Okay. But still, why would you buy it if you don't want to pay for something in the first place? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Oh my God. Are you serious? Because they refunded it, they bumped it up to 2 stars. If they like the story, wouldn't it at least be 3? That doesn't. Oh my God. And besides, isn't the refund policy only if you don't enjoy a product or if there's something fundamentally wrong with it? Oh my God, these people. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. Oh. Oh, so it was when ebooks first came out. You could return them after you read them. Okay. I think the reason why it may have been like that is because they were testing out who actually enjoyed reading using that particular type of platform or that device. And because generally you don't know how it's going to turn out. But still, I don't know. What's with people like, oh, Yeah. It's up to you, but I can, if you've got more questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Or if you want, I can read the first chapter or so from the book if you're interested. Or I can do a writing sprint. It's up to you. Yeah. Well, you're welcome. Okay, and I hope you enjoy reading it. And I'm more than happy to talk with anyone, really. Yeah. Hey, Javia. Welcome back. So, would you like me to read the first chapter of Voiceless? Or would you like to do a writing sprint? Yeah, go ahead. What would you like to ask? That's awesome. Yeah, more than happy to go ahead and read it. So okay, so what are your thoughts on LGBTQ? Don't mind it. I'm more than like, I'm friends with people in the community. I've written short stories and I'm planning on doing a novel with characters from the community. Yeah, I mean, they're just people. They're just people, and I don't see what's wrong with treating them with respect. I've got students in my class that are members of that community, and I try to do my best to support them. I hope that answers your question. They're people. People aren't fundamentally good or bad. They're just people, and they deserve to be treated with respect and have the same rights as everyone. Hope that answers it. Are you part of it? I'm ace. So I don't actually feel attraction. Which is odd considering I've written romance in my books. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion, and honestly, I don't see what's wrong with anyone for just being themselves. I hope that answers your question. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining in and asking me. Yeah. Well, so I'll read the first chapter, well, the prologue in the first chapter. Hopefully, I'm just going to read it in the large print because I haven't got my glasses. So I'll read through the prologue in the first chapter for you guys. Hope you enjoy it. I'd always known I was different. I just never realized how peculiar I was. In most ways, I appeared to be like the other maidens that live beneath the sea. Not that I had a choice. Mermaids were expected to be demure and to respect their betters. Yep. Hi, welcome. I'm just reading the prologue and first chapter. And if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer any questions you have. Well, I'll be waiting for when you come back. Okay, so I'm gonna start again. For you guys, welcome to the new people. So I'll just start again because you probably missed a bit of it. All right, so this is the prologue from Voiceless, and I'll read the first chapter. If you're interested and want to hear more than happy to read. Oh, God. Welcome. Okay. I'd always known I was different. I just never realized how peculiar I was. In most ways, I appeared to be like the other maidens that live beneath the sea. Not that I had a choice. Mermaids were expected to be demure and to respect their betters, which were always men. Our voices within society were stolen from us because of what happened in our past. We all learnt the story as mere children. Zorabella used to be a city like any other on the surface. People would barter on the streets to get a deal, and merchants would shout to draw attention to their stalls. Children could run and laugh freely, but not anymore. Okay. I'm not going to read the Bible. Okay. I'm just reading the prologue and the first chapter of my book. Okay. And I wasn't ignoring them. I was looking at my book. Okay. Okay. Where was I? As mer children, we were taught better. They taught us our place within society. For the men, their place was within their station. The son of a merchant could not become a lord, and the son of a servant could only be a servant. Maidens, regardless of the station they were born in, could only learn what their fathers would allow. We learnt that our life, our word, was worth less than a man's. As a mer child, I never understood why maidens were treated like this. Not until I heard the story of the fall. Then I knew it was our punishment for the actions of our goddess. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. I generally don't read out loud. Okay. And especially because this video is just to celebrate the release of the large print and hardback editions of my book. So I'm not going to be reading other books. Okay, not in this video. I may read other books in the future. Okay, but right now I'm just doing mine. Okay. As mer children, we were told that our goddess Gaia brought about the downfall of our city because we no longer wished to follow her strict rules. Abaddon, my grandfather, wanted to rule the kingdom based on his values, and not the values of a goddess who rarely made appearances before us. You're thinking of something else. Okay. Okay, my book is it's called Voiceless. It doesn't have any characters called Mr. Black. Okay. If you're not going to be respectful, or if you're not going to be respectful, if you're just going to keep interrupting or making comments that aren't appropriate, that's fine. But I'm just doing this because I thought people would be interested in listening and hearing at least the first 2 chapters. So please, if you can't be respectful, and if you don't want to listen, it's your choice. But I will end up sending people out, or stopping people from making comments if they're I'd rather not. Okay. I won't read chapter 11 because I'm currently reading the prologue. The books in the back are the books I'm reading. I don't have Mr. Black. I'm not going to be drawing something. This is not the time. Okay, I'm going to be sending people out. I'm sorry, but you're asking questions that are completely have nothing to do with what I'm doing. Okay, I'm not going to draw something. I'm sending you out. Okay, that's not appropriate, what you've just made. I'm sending you out. I mean, fairly patient. And you may have already read the book, if you've purchased it. It's a t-shirt. It's got a picture on it. Okay? I'm sorry, but I'm blocking you or putting you in timeout. Okay, because this is not helpful. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why they would do that. Anyway. I'll just finish the prologue and I may end up reading the first chapter for you guys. And then I'm probably going to end it. I need a break, to be honest. Okay. All right, so the bit I was up to... As mer children, we were told that our goddess, Gaia, brought about the downfall of our city because we no longer wished to follow her strict rules. Abaddon, my grandfather, wanted to rule the kingdom based on his values and not the values of a goddess who rarely made appearances before us. That's okay. You haven't done anything wrong. You've been awesome. Okay. Okay. He ordered the death of a criminal favored by her, leading to our curse. And so, upon our fall, he ensured that no maiden would ever have the power to cause such damage again. None of my tutors ever went into more detail. I would always ask, what did the criminal do? Why did Gaia care so much about a criminal? Every time I asked those questions, I was told that it didn't matter and that maidens shouldn't ask questions. But I had so many questions. My curiosity led me to Father's private archives, which contained memory orbs that recorded our history. Only the record keepers and those with Father's permission could enter. But by that age, I had already learned how to bypass the passive parental wards without notifying Father through sneaking into lessons of magic that the sons of nobles had. The spell Lakov et Haranot, or bypass the protection, was simple to cast, as it didn't alter the wards, just allowed someone to slip past them without activating the defenses. And in those archives, I learned that our curse was the punishment for failing her test. The criminal in the story was a legacy and a high priestess from a temple in Athens. Chava was a weary traveller. She had broken one of our laws and was sentenced to death. What I saw and felt within that orb terrified me. I experienced everything they did at the moment the curse was cast. The magic that stifled their breath, the bones that broke and twisted into a new shape, their legs being joined to form a fishtail, the weight of the curse that suppressed our ability to feel. I felt it all as a merchild. The love they felt for their children and their wives that was once all-consuming became muted to the point their connections became a duty. I felt their pain and horror at what they had become. These were things I had never known, but were taken from me by this curse. As the memory ended, I felt an itching and warmth welling up in my eyes that escaped upon blinking. Tears. Merfolk could not cry, but somehow I did. That's the end of the prologue. Not really. Weebics tastes like cardboard. Anyway, I'll read the first chapter. Okay, chapter 1. As I woke up, I uncurled myself from the strange shape I had formed within my shell. You're welcome. I'm just going to finish chapter 1. I may do writing sprints if you guys are interested, but otherwise I'll probably stop after I read chapter 1. As I woke up, I uncurled myself from the strange shape I had formed within my shell. My shell was cold. It always was. Everything here was cold. My shell, the palace, even the people were cold. Coldness is in our nature, my grandfather told me once, during one of the few times they allowed me to interact with him without my father present. My father, the Crown Prince Abdil, didn't like it when I spoke with my grandfather alone. Yeah, I'm probably just going to end it after I read the first chapter. Okay, now you're just spamming. So either you stop or I will block you completely. Okay. All right, I'm just going to block you because this is not helpful. I'm trying to do something for all my viewers. Okay. And this sort of comments is not helpful. It's not helpful. You know what? Yeah, I'll just end it there because this is not appropriate. I'm just going to block them because well, unbelievable. All right, I'm blocking both of you. Okay. I'm blocking both of you because this is not appropriate. I'm trying to run something. Okay. And you're leaving. I'm blocking you. You're not coming back to any of my videos because you've been constantly interrupting, making comments that are inappropriate. You've sworn at me, insulted me. Okay? Bye. Thanks. Yes, I'll do writing sprints next week. Okay. I've already scheduled it, so it's already on my channel. Okay. Thank you for participating and chatting with me. Yeah, I'm just going to end it there. I don't need trolls or people just making inappropriate comments. But thank you for attending this in the writing sprint and for participating in the giveaway. Thanks. All right. And I'll see you at the next writing sprint. Okay. Bye.